Hello, today's question from an IT leader is they are new to the team, just joined the organisation, and they've noticed that their team are not sharing or communicating with each other.
Okay.
So from my perspective, I think it's really important to stand back from that and see what's actually happening, because there could be a number of reasons for that. Firstly, you're a new leader to the team, they might have their heads down, might be trying to prove themselves, or a little bit nervous about what's going on. I guess the other side to that, it could be that's the way they've always worked, so culturally it's accepted. There might be some political things going on. So what tips would you give to find out about that?
So I completely agree. When you're stepping back, take a good look at the relationship that you have with your peers. If you're part of a leadership team, how do they act? Is the default behaviour to share? So when somebody has a problem, the team are comfortable to work on that problem together? Or is it much more of a siloed, walled, clear responsibilities style? That's going to give you some great insight into the reason or the cause perhaps of your team behaving in the way that they are, and that'll help you to understand what to do to start addressing it. Let's assume that you do there certainly is an issue, it's not just a first day thing. Then my advice certainly to start with would be for yourself to model the future behaviour. So show your team that you share. Make sure that as you receive information from the leadership team, commercially sensitive stuff aside, of course, but there's no harm in opening up and telling them about what it is that's going on in the organisation. The more you share, that hopefully will begin to encourage others. The one thing I would add before I pass back was just that will work, but it will take some time. I would supplement that with some forced situations, or rather some staged activities to help people share. That could simply be a Friday lunchtime pizza where somebody from your team, and there's always going to be one or two people that will be happy to...
Always goes down well, pizza.
Well, exactly. Pizza solves many problems.
It does.
But if you've got a team together and invite somebody to share and teach something that they understand, then that begins to break down the barriers.
Yeah.
Where I've done that previously, very quickly, the sessions that I was arranging have been taken over by other people wanting to continue that happening. The last point in there about data, if we are talking about sharing information, please make sure that it's easy for people to share information. If the way that you're sharing data is in documents by email, it's got to be much easier than that. So whether that's a system like Confluence or whatever that might be, make it as simple as possible to document, to maintain records as you wish of what's going on. Put barriers in place. You've got one other thing that people will need to overcome before they can change their behaviours. Yeah,
I agree. So a bit of a sit out your stall, demonstrate the behaviour, walk the floor, but understand your teams, be visible, and actually you might be surprised because people will go, oh my goodness, that's really refreshing, that's amazing, I love that. And what you'll find is people naturally gravitate to your lunch and learns, want to be part of the team. You'll have the sales team knocking on the door saying, can I be part of it, or can I share this information from the customer? You'll have someone from products coming in and want to share the latest thing that they've heard, and and actually it does work. We've seen it work. So
I know I said last point a couple of times, but my last point was just about assuming that this is a normal behaviour in the team. Make sure you ask how your team are feeling through this. So as things are starting to be opened, be aware that people might be uncomfortable, and if some individuals need some support, then know that that's your role to do that, and take it on. Otherwise the change won't happen.
Yeah, recognise each other's styles. Not everyone's comfortable in a big team forum. Okay.
Great, thank you. Well, thank you for watching and listening to this video. Hopefully there's some insight and some tips there that you can use in your own situation. If you've got a particular challenge with your team or an individual within a team, whatever, then and you'd like us to talk about it, then please pop a note below and we'd be delighted to talk about it on a future video. But for now, we'll say goodbye and best of luck.